Hey, my Scorpios. All right, this is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And we're going to do a Celtic cross spread. Celtic cross for Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, your energy at the center, Knight of Swords. So this is you, like you're on a mission. You're ready to like jump in and like go. Also, I feel like when I've gotten this card in the past for you, Scorpio, it's like that energy of sort of like going in a direction. And actually it feels like it is very, I want to see the next card because the next card is what's crossing that energy. You have the 10 of Cups, but it's almost like sometimes with the Knight of Swords, it's like you have a focus and then you get distracted and then that's your focus. And then, so it's kind of like this crazy energy, but this actually feels like it is really pointed, straightforward, like ready to go. You are heading in a certain direction, okay? Very like clear thought, like clear communication. Sometimes communication can be very blunt though with the Knight of Swords. So be mindful of that. Also, what's crossing your energy is the 10 of Cups, which actually, I love this because this isn't a bad, I actually want to say like we always say it's crossing that energy, right? In the Celtic cross or blocking that energy. But with the 10 of Cups, it's almost like your priority though is your family, okay? So that's what you're prioritizing over the things that you're sort of like the goals and other things where you're like going very focused, moving forward. 10 of Cups is all about family, happiness, right? Being together, your relationships. So that's basically what you're prioritizing right now over like just the focus and the drive and the strategicness of like moving forward, okay? Ooh, I love it. 2 of Cups. This is what is influencing you. This is what Spirit is here like telling you that you need to focus on. 2 of Cups is about the romantic love. Obviously, you can see that holding hands, right? So I feel like this is like really like family relationship focused reading already. And then, so that's like where your influence is, and that's like sort of affecting a lot of other things in your life, okay? What's keeping you grounded? You have the 3 of Wands, and 3 of Wands is like this hurry up and wait energy. So I feel like you are waiting for other things to happen before you can start making moves, okay? So it's also about waiting for the perfect time to do whatever it is that you might be waiting on doing. That Knight of Swords energy also, it feels like there's a lot that needs to be done sort of right now, but like being prepared, and it's almost like you're at a lull where you can sort of, because you're waiting, so it gives you time to focus on your relationships, which is excellent, okay? Because it feels like there's going to be big shifts when things start to move forward. In the recent past, Judgment card. And Scorpio, oh my gosh, like I remember, it's been a couple weeks that I missed, but I remember when this was happening for you. Like there were some big shifts happening for Scorpio where you were just like getting downloads and stuff, but this is a card about stepping into your highest self, okay? Choosing to step into your highest self, and that makes everything sort of change around you, right? So that's like basically kind of like your spiritual awakening. Like we have many, okay, because you just keep cycling through. So it's actually interesting that I say that too, because with like the spirituality and stuff, I feel myself like there's points where I feel like I'm just having like constant downloads and like it's really feeling like in tune and in touch and connected with spirit and everything. And then you kind of go through these lulls where everything's just sort of mundane and like worldly, like just not worldly, but of the world, right? In this like 3D reality. And then that is sort of like the energy that's coming in the future. I feel like the Two of Pentacles is a lot to do. It's a lot of busy work. It's stuff that you're able to keep up with and keep balanced. But it is about work, and it is like, it's the Two of Pentacles. It's like juggling all the things that you have to do in the world, okay? So this is what's coming in your future. That's why I said that, because it's sort of like this energy of like, whoa, you go through this big spiritual enlightening thing, and then it's like snap back to reality. But all those things, like, they kind of come in cycles. And I really myself feel like part of the reason why that happens is because we can only take so much at a time. Or some of us can. Like, I know that's me. Like, maybe there's other people that can just jump in and keep going hard all the time, but I'm not one of them. I need time to integrate into like my new reality before I can make another big shift into the next state that I'm supposed to be working on. So I feel like that's sort of where you're at with the Two of Pentacles coming in the future, where you're just focusing on like integrating everything and like really grounding down. And you are going to be busy with all the things that you sort of have to get done. When it comes to house and home, 10 of Wands, I feel like house and home might feel like a lot of work right now. 10 of Wands, you might be like making some changes. It feels like home could be burdensome. Maybe there's a lot to do concerning your home. Because 10 of Wands, but it's also almost over, whatever it is. Like, if you're doing like some remodeling or something like that, 10 of Wands is like, it's doing the most. It's kind of a lot of baggage, but 10s are always go back to 1, right? So it's like something that you're like working on, okay? Kind of feels heavy, kind of feels like a lot to do. It might even have to do with this Two of Pentacles, like working through all that stuff at home. When it comes to hopes and fears, okay, you have the Hermit card, which is a major arcana card also. The Hermit card, hopes and fears, I actually feel like when it comes to the Hermit, it's interesting because it's like, because the Hermit is like a card about needing some time to reprieve and be alone. But it's almost like with that alone, like you don't necessarily want to be alone, but you want to be alone. You're sort of fearful of it, where maybe you're gonna feel like if you take time to yourself, you have like unreasonable fears, like maybe you're gonna get left out or something like that. And it's just not true. Like, we all need to take our reprieve. And if that is your hope and something that you desire, I definitely would recommend taking some time to yourself to really get clarity of thought. That's what I feel like the Knight of Swords is here about too, because it's like having like clear thoughts, clear communication, and sometimes like having some time to like be alone and integrate those things really helps you figure out how you want to be, how you want to communicate, how you want to move forward in the world. Also, I want to say, like, sometimes having alone time can be, I feel like it could be a really good opportunity, and maybe this is where the fear comes in, of like exploring the depths of self, because Scorpios are very deep, and just like, how deep does it go, right? Like, how deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go? So I feel like there's really something there that I want to dive into more, but I feel like it really is like, I hope that that's hitting for you, Scorpio, because I do feel like there's something to which you're gonna learn a lot by yourself, and it is a little bit scary, okay? But I would say dive in. You're not afraid, okay? Oh, and this next card, the Ace of Wands, is the aid or hindrance to the card after that. You have the 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is something that is sure to come, okay? Ace of Wands, I feel like these totally go together. Absolutely. Ace of Wands is a new passion, is something that you're ready to move forward with it, or you're not necessarily ready to move forward with it. It's just an idea at this point. But it is, I honestly think it could be related down to this Three of Wands, where it's something that you're waiting for. But regardless, the Ace of Wands is something that lights you up. It's a new passion. It's a new spark of interest. It's something that, it's like, and actually I don't feel like it's just one. I feel like it's many ideas, right? Like I feel like you're gonna get this flood of ideas, and I feel like it's gonna come from spending time by yourself, where you're gonna just have some clarity, okay? The other thing that's the Eight of Cups, I feel like when you do gain this clarity and you're able to take some time to yourself and you have all these new ideas, there are going to be some things that you are going to decide to leave behind. The Eight of Cups, there's something that's not completely fulfilling, and that doesn't necessarily have to do with a relationship, although it can. It could have to do with work or a different project or something like that. But I feel like with this Ace of Wands, it's a new idea or something that you want to create. And I feel like with the Eight of Cups, it's just sort of there saying like, there's some things that you're gonna have to leave behind, so that it's gonna open up space it's gonna create space for you to do the new thing that you want, if that makes sense. Like, it's almost like you have to give something up, something that you don't necessarily care that much about. And also, I also want to say with the Eight of Cups, it is always about walking away from something actually that could even be making you feel secure. But in this card, I love it because she is walking towards the sun. And like, this spark is like, that's walking towards that fire, that glow, that passion, right? The thing that's gonna light you up and reignite you. So, that's what I have for the Celtic Cross. We're gonna pull one Chakra Oracle card for Scorpio. Where's my Scorpios? Okay. Well, two came out, so we'll do that. You have two, the throat chakra. It says truth. Speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. And then the other one is the solar plexus, which says fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. Turn your worrier into a warrior. So I think, like, it's funny because I feel like this reading wasn't really focused on like any particular part in your life, because it's all really about you. And I feel like it's even like it feels like a lot of it has to do with like your internal life, okay, like your spiritual growth and enlightenment. Although I do feel like there's two cards that I really do feel like are about like the physical world, which is that Three of Wands, something that you're waiting on. And then the Two of Pentacles, where it's just like you're busy doing like worldly things, okay? Anyway, love you, Scorpio. Thanks for being here.